The damage, of course, is overwhelming, and we've all seen the national media reports. I've sat in command centers in Washington getting live updates from North Carolina, but there's nothing like being here, seeing it for yourself, and speaking with people who have been impacted. It redoubles our motivation to make sure that the federal government is doing everything that we can. That includes the work of FEMA. It includes, of course, the work of our department. We've got the first $100 million out to help with the immediate needs that the governor's team are meeting. But we know with 7,000 damage sites around the impact area and hundreds of road closures that this is going to be a long haul. I'm moved by the determination of the people I've met here to have a future for this River Arts District and for this community. But I'm also sensitive to the way that there's a local conversation unfolding about how that's going to be similar and how it's going to be different from the past. It's not our role to say what that ought to be like. It is our role to make sure we support that local vision as it takes shape. We're going to take our cue from local leaders. I so admire the work that the mayor has done and all of the local authorities working to make it safe here. What I'll say is the whole country is rooting for Asheville and for all the communities that were affected. And I do think that as and when it becomes possible for more and more places to receive visitors to be back up and running, there's going to be an outpouring of support. And I'll do my part to amplify that message. Look, even now, there are communities not too far from here that are saying, hey, we're open for business, come see us. And others, of course, that are still getting back on their feet. But wherever they are in that stage of recovery, it's going to be important, not just in terms of federal funding for things like transportation, but in terms of the American people, voting with their feet and showing that kind of support for that to continue. The reputation of this region has been just absolutely glowing around the country in recent years. I had been wanting to come check out Asheville for some time. I never could have imagined, of course, that it would be under such painful circumstances for people here that we'd be doing this visit. But I do think that reputation will carry forward. And even as we see the horrific damage that's been inflicted here, I'm very much eager to see how those who've been impacted decide to carry things forward.
Biden-Harris administration has been explicit in making sure that they use every tool in the toolbox to help Western North Carolina recover as quickly as possible. I've had discussions with Secretary of Transportation. That's why he's here today. They've already provided $100 million in emergency money for us to begin the process. We're sitting down with him right now to make sure that we are working on the priority federal roads. Look, rebuilding transportation in a more resilient way in Western North Carolina is going to be the key to making sure this communities like this can come back strong. I'm excited about being here because I know that creative people here in Asheville will reimagine this River Arts District. It will come back probably in a different way, but it'll be even better than ever. And I'm glad that we were able to issue the emergency order yesterday on unemployment insurance, moving it up to $600 a week and extending it to 26 weeks for people here, because a lot of the small businesses that I talk to don't want their employees to go away and leave Western North Carolina. This can help them stay for a while until a number of these businesses can get back on their feet. So I think this is a local, state, federal effort. We're all working to get this done as quickly as we possibly can, because we know the importance to Western North Carolina, to our state's economy, and really to people's soul all over the state.